Normally hopping onto a Battlefield server means I'll spend my time picking my brains off the ground, but Battlefield Heroes is a cartoony third-person shooter created for literally anyone. It's like an intro to shooters with tutorials to play, level match servers, and major suggestion to purchase in-game currency to buy outfits and new weapons. Because if TF2 has taught me anything, how can you be good without a decent hat? End sarcasm. After downloading all of the appropriate plugins before you set foot onto your first Battlefield Heroes server, you have to actually create a hero. The ability to customize your character really boils down to skin tone and facial hair. I tried making one character look as much like a magician as I could, but unfortunately there wasn't a cape for purchase. So close, EA, you almost had my dollar. The 3 classes available somehow manage to encompass the majority of what you would want out of a multiplayer shooting title. You have your typical long-range attacker with less health, a frontline gunner who's slow and has massive health, and a covert operative who can be half invisible and sneak about stabbing people. Click play and be ready for a quick jump to a server. It takes almost no time at all to join one, and the level match is actually quite nice, especially if you're just starting out with Battlefield Heroes. Unfortunately, if you've played your fair share of massive multiplayer shooters in the past, it might feel like you're on the kiddie ride at an amusement park. There are no precautions to spawn campers and tank spammers, which I guess sounds less like someone spamming fire in a tank and more like someone firing tanks blindly into the battlefield, but regardless, you will feel incredibly detached from this title, so it doesn't matter if you die. Each team starts the game with 50 lives, and you peel away at them by capping points where you will then spawn and utilize the weaponry available at each base. One unfortunate thing about Battlefield Heroes is that once you make a character and start leveling him up, if you want variety, you have to switch over to another lower level character and start from scratch. It's not as easy as switching between characters in-game though, you actually have to back out of a server and start from there. Whatever custom character you chose to go with is the only one available for you on the server. It makes sense and reduces the required CPU specs, so basically anyone can play this game, but it's also tough if you happen upon a server with a team comprised completely of covert ops. Get ready for some frustration when you realize you can't change your profile name or even create new heroes without spending money. That would be all fine and dandy, but from what I can tell, I can't even delete my account or the previously created characters. I can't even edit them, and if I can, it isn't immediately offered as an option. But obviously, spending money to get more character slots is. I'm a little bitter about being backed into a corner where I really have no ability to play this game as I'd like unless I spend money. It takes the fun out of free-to-play. What's nice about Battlefield Heroes versus other free-to-play titles utilizing a big franchise name is that in-game you won't see any ads. Prior to playing, they're scattered about, but EA has to make their money somewhere, and if you aren't buying the pretty little outfits, they need sponsors to supplement that lost income. Honestly though, I doubt EA could have squeezed ads into this game. The view screen is so small, and it's made even more cluttered if you happen to be on a chatty server. Text will fill up the left side of the screen until it's close to impossible to discern what's actually happening. It would have been nice to play this from a first-person perspective, freeing up more of the field of view, but I'm guessing if you can't see what you're wearing, why would you want to pay for it? As far as free multiplayer shooters go, Battlefield Heroes is a bit mediocre when you compare it to titles like Quake Live and Team Fortress 2, but it's still worth a shot. Just don't spend any money on it. You can install all the plugins and get playing by visiting battlefieldheroes.com.